Day's getting a little bit better. So to save yourself some additional cost, try to get some of these supposed bolts, through bolts exposed, 12 by 12 hole, and start photographing them so that way you can share that with us as we discuss things with you. You can say, hey, this is what it looks like, and that'll help us, in the reporting, in the conclusion, whether or not we spot repair and load test, or whether you're fully refurb without a load test, though we need to verify the connections into the wall to all the supports.
Yeah, give me a general idea where they're at. I guess I can look on the outside.
Sure. Yeah. It's pretty standard. You'll see.
Good lighting in here. I have a flashlight downstairs.
No, they're easy to spot. They only can be in one place. I'll show you where they are. You see? Wherever there's a platform and there's a bracket underneath.
Right. Yeah.
There's a bracket right there, and so that means that there it is. There's a bracket right here. There should be one here that's kind of buried. We have to find out where it is, or did they remove it and never put it in? And there's one, if you look at where that is, it says that somewhere right around here, straight down, behind all this wood.
Okay, I can get all that in there.
You know what I'm saying?
It might even be there.
Yeah, it'll be there. So.
I don't know about this one. Have you pulled that wood out of there?
No, you don't pull. You just have to verify, did they do something else behind there? Otherwise, we can just duplicate the connection. Put another through bolt through there, and sometimes they have a fake support out here that's not doing anything. Okay? Farscape Engineers Inspector Summary Video. We're here in Pennsylvania. This is a strange name city. What is it?
Schuylkill Haven.
Schuylkill Haven. And what we have here is an existing fire escape system on what used to be a church, used to be a Mason's Hall, used to be a theater. So it's almost like a big, tall warehouse with plenty of room. But now this is the only fire escape, 4 floors of fire escape system. Again, this fire escape is 50 to 75 years old. I estimate this fire escape to be at least over 75 because the construction is all riveted. I got rust in some of the connections, but 25, no more than 50% penetration of some of the connections. But it has had paint, but the connections are not totally blown out. But some of them are showing evidence of penetration of rust. The treads, 100% of the treads need to be rebolted. But aside from that, it's tubular railing construction. At this time, the fire escape cannot be load tested. We do have evidence of through bolting, and you can see the through bolts on various floors with a big plate on the inside, usually tied. This is a masonry block wall with a wood strap plus the through bolt plate, and it's at least 3/4. But on this particular floor, we're starting to get a bulge. So at this time, it does not pass the confidence test, and it cannot be load tested in that it still has original hardware, and it's not showing any evidence of maintenance. So we still have all the original hardware, square head bolts, original rivets on the entire fire escape system. So if we're going to be spot repairing this fire escape, 100% of all the treads has got to be rebolted. 100% of all the railings need to have all their cast iron, because every one of these is cast iron and they've all popped. So even the ones that haven't popped need to be verified because they've either cracked or they have rust built in them. So a lot of times it's just easier to put in a different type of rail system here or back it up with a rail system because the posts are all here. So for sure, 100% of all the treads need to be done. Spot repair is going to be spot reinforcing any of the supports, and then again, all this in preparation for a load test, because you can spot repair and load test this fire escape. If you're going to refurbish, there is no load test, but that means 100% of all the treads refurbish, 100% of all the rivets. We're either going to reinforce them or we're going to pop them, and we're going to put in new bolts at every one of these rivets, and then we need to verify all the connections into the wall. And currently the building is under construction, so we can get in and verify every one of these plates and either reinforce them or find out why. For example, this one is pulling out and bulging and bending down. So it's things like that that we need to do. We have a cantilever down below, and we're going to get a different video for the cantilever portion and tell you what needs to be done on that one, and some additional photographs of that. So this concludes video 1, and we're up in the middle floors. That's the 4th down to the 3rd. We can't go to the 2nd because we're missing treads. So we're not going to walk down these because the tread's already falling and people can fall through. The fire escape with that red pigment underneath, that's an indication that this is older than 78. We do have lead, so you have to use an EPA renovator licensed person to touch this fire escape. No welding on this fire escape allowed because it has lead on the paint. There's very little welding to boot on this fire escape anyway, so a lot of it, the repairs are all bolt repairs. So any welds need to be backed up with a bolt to avoid either X-ray or load testing. And the next piece of the video, we're talking about the cantilever down below. Any questions on this part, fire escape engineers? Inspector Meneses here, 866-649-0333. 866-649-0333. Fire escape engineers, inspect the summary video, part number 2. We're down here by the cantilever, which has not been activated to the owner's knowledge. So we're not going to let it drop because it may go down, but it may never come up. But we can already see original hardware, original cable to a very simple pulley system on here. And it's weighted on the nose, so these are notorious for not properly balancing. He also wants to take a look at the possibility of putting this down to the ground as a permanent with a cage. A cage will be another option for this, you know, just put the cage, put the fire escape stairs hard against your building, eliminate all that stuff, and put a cage 10 feet high on it with a door at the very bottom, and that sort of eliminates the need for this contraption. 100% of the treads need to be rebolted. The platforms, this platform is lifting and listing down at this corner. We got another problem here. So a lot of times these buildings, there's a bulge in the wall here, and that's an indicator. We have to find out why, if there's a lot of pressure. Sometimes it could be a leg to the ground that it's needed because he owns the property. What's your property line to what time, to the middle?
Probably, I'm not sure.
Okay. You probably owe more because you got a retaining wall here, and that's probably your property line is to that retaining wall. So you probably own the entire thing. And they own probably 2 feet the most on their side. You own the whole. There's 8 feet there, you own 6, probably. Lead paint and all that orange base is a lead paint. So EPA renovator's license. We got emergency repairs already needed, not only on these treads, but I came down the fire escape and we got treads that are ready to let go up above. We've got certain areas, there's the bulge. This is one of them that it's listing also, and we have to find out why. So we have to definitely reinforce back into this building some of these through bolts. If you're going to spot repair, then I want every one of these rivets reinforced, and then we'll proceed to a load test. Or if you're going to avoid the load test, you can just remove every one of these rivets, or you can back next to every one of these rivets, you put in a replacement bolt, keep the original, seal it with silicone, 50-year silicone, and you've got you can avoid the load test. On all the fire escape rails, as you can see here, we're going to put some mesh because he's going to have children here during classes that are karate classes or MMA classes, and the fire escape needs a paint job, and every one of these joints sealed. And definitely original hardware everywhere, and up above we're definitely getting this kind of situation where as I was walking down I was getting some treads creaking. All right, and there is access in the back of this building. There's some parking lot, but this would have to be staged, most likely inside. This is all under construction, so whoever the vendor is going to be can use this area here to basically do a setup and work out of this floor most likely, and secure his tools at night in job boxes, and then work throughout the fire escape. So again, must be have an EPA renovator's license in order to touch the scraping and the painting of the lead paint on this fire escape. Must pull a permit with the city in order to touch the repair aspect of this fire escape. There must be engineer oversight so that if they're going to go for spot repair with a full load test, the engineer must work with the city official to confirm that the criteria is going to, for the load testing and the repairs, meets his satisfaction. And if it's going to be refurbished to avoid the load test, the engineer of record must discuss that criteria with the city official to make sure that what's about to be done will be acceptable to him in lieu of a load test. Any questions? Fire escape engineers, inspector summary video. Inspector Meneses, 866-649-0333. 866-649-0333.